So 183.6 this morning, down about 2 pounds or so, but I try not to focus too much on the scale weight because that fluctuates from day to day. I eat a lot of my calories at night. So what we're looking for is trends and averages. So weight loss is going to look like this. It's never usually just a linear straight path down, and that's why it's important to get as much data as possible. So that could mean writing down notes about whether or not you had a high sodium day, or refeed calories late at night, did you do cardio, did you sleep enough? All of these things are going to influence that scale number. So don't focus too much on those day-to-day changes. Look at the overall big picture and just make sure that the trend is going down. Even if it goes up and down, it should look like this in the big picture. So I'll give you guys a quick physique update of how I'm currently looking. And yeah, so this is what we're looking like right now. So getting a little bit leaner. Abs are under there. They'll come in eventually. Chest is usually one of the first things to lean out. Arms and shoulders. See if we can do this with, we'll get Brittany to do this. Legs, that's how they're looking right now. Starting to lean out a little bit and actually getting a bit stronger. And then, like I said, chest is one of the first things to lean out. Back, and I do know I have scoliosis. I know some people pointed it out. Thank you, I appreciate it, and I do need to get it kind of checked out. It doesn't cause any pain, but I am aware of it. But that's how the back is looking. And that is a physique update at 183.6. So now that we got some clothes on, we could start the video. So just rocking the white Alphalete top, the gray joggers, blue Flyknits, and today is going to be day 1 of week 4 in this microcycle that I'm running. So I got deadlifts and back today, and then I got the next 3 days, then a day off, and then we'll start the new microcycle. And I'll let you guys know what that is when that day comes, but it's about 12:40 right now. Haven't eaten anything yet, not sure what I want. We just went shopping yesterday, which is good and bad at the same time because now I have too many options and I'm never gonna be able to decide what I want. We're just gonna go with a sandwich. Got some bread here, some hickory smoked turkey here. Probably throw some cheese on that, maybe have an apple and a yogurt, and then we'll go hit the gym. So that's what we're gonna have. Of course, battery's gonna die. I have 2 other batteries charging right now, so I'm gonna let them charge so I can film a little bit in the gym for you guys. Before the camera dies, I had to share this with you guys. You know, I talk about this salad dressing, Bolthouse Farms, very macro-friendly salad dressing. I found this one in the store, OPA or something. It's a Greek yogurt dressing, tons of different flavors. This one was jalapeno ranch and it's bomb. So we're gonna throw this on that sandwich. And macros are 50 calories, 4 fat, 2 carb, 2 protein. OPA by Lighthouse and Bolthouse Farms. I wish every time I came into the gym, I could just take my pick. Nah. Yep, this looks pretty good. Let's deadlift. All right, so quick overview of what the program's looking like today. I have 3 sets of 5 with deadlifts at 420 pounds. And then after that, we have a ton of back volume and a little bit of biceps to finish off. And I know I showed this in a previous video, so what I'm going to do is actually just do a voiceover in this video, so you'll see me in the bottom corner. And I want to talk about a subject that I think is really important and is relevant right now. So let me get started doing some warm-ups and then we'll talk in the voiceover. So I normally always deadlift in my Chucks, and I forgot them today. And I tried to go barefoot for a warm-up and my feet were slipping on the wooden platform. So today, we're gonna deadlift in Flyknits. What's going on, guys? So in today's commentary, it's going to be straight, raw, real talk about dieting and cutting. And I feel like it's relevant now. Summer's right around the corner. People are trying to lean down, get ripped, get shredded. You have YouTube videos coming up. People are creating their series about the road to the show for bodybuilding or physique. I'm cutting myself, sharing my progress with you guys. You guys are tagging me in Instagram pictures. It's awesome. It's cool. It's motivating and inspiring. But the overall message that I want to give, and there's a few of them here, but the big one is, if you are not getting on stage, so you're not being judged on what your physique looks like, stop trying to get so shredded. The medical complications that can come along with that are not worth it. And not only that, but a lot of people I see, they're isolating themselves. So they're losing friends, they're not able to go out with their family. And again, if you're not getting on stage, why are you doing that? I understand the want for an aesthetic physique. Some people who have never seen their abs in their life, that is one of their goals, and I completely get that. But if it's at the expense of not spending time with your family and friends, or getting into arguments in your relationship with your significant other, or you're just not feeling well overall, you're lethargic and tired all day, every single day, just to get some abs to show, it's not worth it. Trust me, I've been through it before and I've worked with people who are trying to go through it. You have to figure out why you're doing something and then evaluate whether or not it's worth it and to what extremes you should be going. So again, dismiss this if you're someone who is maybe working with a credible coach, someone who knows what they're doing and they're giving you guidance to get on stage. And this is something that's very short term. Low levels of body fat, extremely low levels, I should say, have medical complications. You run into issues with guys that lower testosterone, again, feeling lethargic, metabolic dysfunctions. For females, you can lose your menstrual cycle, and mentally you get a little bit messed up, and it can run into, psychological problems, family problems, relationship issues. You're not able to go out to eat or have a drink with your friends. And when you're in contest prep, yes, you have to stick to the plan. You're doing it for a reason, and that's fine. But if you're not, it's just not healthy. So, and the other message that I wanted to share is I see people complaining about their macros being lowered or their calorie intake isn't what it used to be when they were bulking, or they have to do an extra session of cardio. Guys, it is a privilege to get up in the morning and get our asses to the gym in the first place. And we have the ability to go there, throw on our music, work hard, sometimes even film it for thousands of people to watch. And then we're gonna complain that our macros were lowered. First of all, if you decide to cut, if you decide to get lean, if you decide to get on stage for a show, you did this to yourself. This was your decision. And yes, physique-oriented things are pretty selfish. You're putting all of this time into crafting your physique. You're putting time in and outside of the gym to become the best version of yourself and look your absolute best. So if that's what your goal is, that's fine. I'm not gonna tell you not to do that. But as far as just getting shredded beyond belief to the point where it's stopping you from actually living your life and enjoying day-to-day activities, you have to reevaluate that situation. So yes, that's the kind of shit that happens when you are dieting. Your macros are going to get lower. Your cardio is going to get higher. You have to compensate to get that caloric deficit day in and day out, week after week, month after month. So something has to change. Energy expenditure has to go up, calorie intake has to go down, so you remain in that consistent deficit. And you're going to probably feel worse and worse as the weeks go on. And the reason I'm bringing this up, again, is because the fact that we even get to eat food is a blessing. And then we're gonna complain when some of it is taken away from us intentionally. It was our decision to just say, I don't wanna eat as much because I wanna see how shredded I can get. So you guys have to understand that bodybuilding, physique, these are all very selfish things. And I'm not trying to tell people not to go out and set your heart on a competition or get on stage and really challenge yourself mentally and physically. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but if it's something that is stopping you from living your life, you need to reevaluate it. It's just so crazy when I think about it. Like, here's some cutting advice for some people too, is if your calories start to get lower, stop being so flexible with everything because you're trying to prove a point with the if it fits your macros thing. So I see people who are on, you call them poverty macros. So maybe it's a full-grown male who's in their 20s, they're getting ready for a show and they're on 1,500 calories a day. That's a pretty low caloric intake. And these are the people who are still trying to fit cookies and ice cream and all these foods into their macros so it looks cool for Instagram, or they feel cool like they're eating all these flexible foods, when in reality, you're probably not getting in the proper nutrients, vitamins, minerals, fiber. So you have to make better choices when you're dieting, especially as you get leaner and leaner and your calories start to drop. You have to get lower calorie, higher volume foods to satiate you, to feel better, to make sure that your body is functioning optimally. So stop being so damn flexible. Stop using 50 grams out of your 150 of carbs on Sour Patch Kids and Nerd Ropes. So even if you are getting on stage, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the process. You just have to be smart about it. So to the competitors out there, good luck. I know it is a challenge both physically and mentally, and it's going to test you many times, and your mood's going to change. I've been there before. It's not easy to deal with, but I do wish you the best of luck on everything, and make sure you're competing for the right reasons. And to those of you non-competitors who are trying to get shredded for no reason, rethink some of those things. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not telling you you can't get shredded. You're a bad person if you do. I just don't like to see people push themselves to these extremes to where they start running into issues with their family life or social life or friendships or relationships, or, again, even some medical issues, just because they want to see, how they want to see ripped obliques that they've never seen before. So, if you're one of those people, calories are getting lower and stuff, and you're not getting on stage anytime soon, you might just need a diet break. So that's to those of you who might be in the middle of dieting right now. You're just not feeling good. You're not getting on stage, but your calories are very low. Give yourself maybe a little diet break, take a step back from it, reevaluate the situation, and then move on from there. So that, again, these are all my recommendations, my opinions. I don't like to see people suffer for no apparent reason because, again, we are doing this to ourselves. It was our decision. No one's taking the food away from us. Unless it's a coach, they're probably lowering your macros, but they're not physically taking it away. It was a decision that you chose to make, and that's just kind of my 2 cents on the whole situation. So if you are competing, best of luck to you guys. If you are cutting, keep it up. I like to see transformations. Keep tagging me in pictures. That's cool. But if you're someone who feels like life is just not what it used to be, it's not as enjoyable anymore, take a step back, reevaluate the situation, and then reassess your goals and move forward. So that was kind of my little raw rant about dieting and cutting. I've been there before. I've been to the extremes, and I don't want to see anyone have to go through what they don't really have to go through. So that's it. That's going to wrap up this commentary and training footage. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video so far, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. That really helps me out. And enjoy the rest of the video, guys. All right, so time for a post-workout protein green smoothie. So I got 1 cup of unsweetened cashew milk in here, a scoop of protein powder. We're gonna throw some kale in there, some banana. I know this looks kind of weird because it was frozen, so frozen banana, all that's gonna go in there. And then I'm also going to throw in some chia seeds. These are really good for getting your omega-3s as well as fiber. So it's got 4 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and actually 3 grams of protein. And you just kind of throw them in there. And also, let's see how we want to flavor this. So we got some of these My Protein Flav Drops. So this is just a 0-calorie sweetener and a bunch of different flavors. So we got banana, chocolate peanut butter, natural vanilla, mocha, regular peanut butter. So I think we'll go with banana since we are throwing some banana in there. So we're going to throw this all in the cup and then drink it. It's not the best looking thing, but you do not taste the kale or anything like that. It's an easy way to get in your vitamins, minerals, fiber, micronutrients, omega-3s. If you don't like eating vegetables, this is the easiest way to do it, and you don't taste it. You do not taste the kale that I put in here. You can use spinach, you can use other vegetables, and you likely won't taste it if you use a good tasting protein powder or some sweetener or fruit or anything. So we gotta go take care of something.
Ground, but you are stronger than you feel you are now. You don't always have to speak so loud. No, just be as you are. It doesn't matter if you become some star. Life is better when you open your heart. Just be as you are.
Alright, so we just got to Best Buy because, well, when I was at the gym today, that happened to my camera, so we're gonna see what we can do about it. Alright, so just as I thought, there's really nothing they could do about this. They would have to send it out to the team, and then they diagnose it, see what's wrong, and then by the time they pay for the parts and the labor and all of that, it's probably gonna cost the same as buying a new camera. So I'll probably just start looking around for a new camera. We'll make it work, not really a big deal, just another thing in the way, but we're gonna head home right now. I got some work to do and we're gonna eat some dinner, so I'll talk to you guys when we get home. Alright, so I decided that you guys probably heard enough of my voice today. Hopefully you did enjoy the video and that commentary that I spoke about earlier, but I got some emails to catch up on, a little bit more work to do, and then I want to spend a little bit of time reading this new book that I picked up. So if you guys are not familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk, I highly recommend checking him out. So I'm going to read a little of that and then get to bed, edit this video and then get to bed so we can put this live tomorrow morning. So thank you guys as always for the support. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. And that is the end of the video. So to wrap things up, I just want to give people a heads up that I do still have some spots open for my one-on-one online coaching. That's macros training, cardio supplementation, anything you need to help you hit your goals. So you can email me, Matty@FusaroFitness.com, or you can apply at my website by clicking right here on the screen. If you missed a previous video, you can click it. It will open up in a new window. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to do so before you go. So thanks again, guys, and we'll talk to you in the next video.